Okay. You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Iman, the first thing that happens, I'll start from the step one. The bacteria comes, how did it come? From the contaminated food or contaminated water. Okay. It will come and it will attach itself to the wall of the small intestine. The brown one you see is the wall of the small intestine. Okay. It will attach to the wall of the small intestine. The second step, here if you see, this is the purple one is a bacteria. Okay, it has attached itself to the wall. This blue ones, they are basically called microvilli, but you can consider it as the part of the small intestine. Okay, so you see they have attached to the wall of the small intestine, then they produce a toxin. After they attach themselves, they produce a toxin. You see these green particles, these are basically toxin that is released by this particular pathogen or this particular bacteria. Iman, do you get it till here?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. Now, what this toxin does is it stimulates these cells, the blue cells. It will stimulate these cells to release chloride ion from the inside into the lumen. Now, inside these cells, we have chloride ions. They are inside. Okay. They were there before also, before the toxin came. But when the toxin came, it uh, told the cell to release these chloride ions out. It will stimulate them to move out of the cell into the lumen. This pink type color you see is the lumen of the small intestine. Okay, so this toxin stimulates the cell to release the chloride ions out of the cell into the lumen. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, now these chloride ions, they have moved out. Okay, now, this part, as I told you, this is the lumen. Okay. Now, when all of these chloride ions they move out, they will start accumulating in the lumen of the small intestine. Okay. Now, when they start accumulating over here, chloride ion are basically solute particles. Okay. When we have a high concentration of solute, as I told you, they start accumulating. So solute concentration increases. When solute concentration increases, what happens to the water potential? It decreases. Do you get that?
Yeah. I do.
Okay. So now what happened is, inside we had chloride ions inside, but now they moved out. So inside we have low chloride ion, outside we have high chloride ion. So inside low chloride ion means high water potential, outside high chloride ion means low water potential. It's the opposite. When solute concentration decreases, water potential increases. When solute concentration decreases, water potential increases. Okay. Now we got high water potential over here and we got low water potential over here. Now I'm sure you would know what osmosis is. Osmosis is a movement of water from the area of high water potential to a area of low water potential, right? So what happens is the water molecule from the inside of the cell, they start moving out. You see these? They start coming into the lumen. Do you get that?
Yes.
Why do they come out? Because of the difference in the water potential. Okay. If it's equal, then they won't. But now if we have high over here, we have low over here. So they will start moving from high to low. Okay. Now we have all of these water molecules and this chloride ion in our lumen, right? So if you see in this part, this water molecules, they will basically now they cannot go back into the wall of the intestine. They will be lost from the body in the form of watery feces. Okay. So because of that, we are losing large amount of water and chloride ion from our blood. The blood will contain very little chloride ion and water. Okay. Do you get that?
Yeah.
Now, of course, if the water molecules are going out, our body gets dehydrated. That is why we use oral rehydration therapy to rehydrate it. Okay, that is the thing you should understand. Now, is it clear?
Yes. It is.
If you don't get it, you can tell me. It's fine.
No, I get it.
Okay. Amar, you get it?
Yeah, dude.
Okay. So we will basically write this, the what happened. Okay. I'm gonna number them. So when you guys are referring to the notes, you guys can look at the numbers from the picture. Okay. This is the last thing, and then we will just look at some questions before we end the class. Okay. So first I'm gonna say ingested. This I'm talking about the Vibrio cholerae bacteria. Okay, ingested via infected, or you can say contaminated food slash water. Okay, first we ingest it, and if it enters the small intestine, it is small intestine is a place where it will act. It won't act anywhere else. Okay, if it enters mm, the small intestine, then it can cause illness. It can cause illness. And now I'm going to write how exactly does it call illness, and I'm going to number these according to the diagram right here. Okay. Number one, bacteria attach to the wall of small intestine. Okay. Number two, they produce a toxin. Number three, the toxin stimulates stimulates the cells lining the intestine, or you can say the small intestine, same thing, intestine, to release chloride ions, or basically Cl minus ions, from the inside to the lumen. From the inside to the lumen. Okay, this was our three steps. Now going to the fourth step. Chloride ions accumulate in the lumen of the small intestine and lower the water potential. Okay, number five. Once the water potential is one sec. Okay, is lower than that of the cells in the intestine, is lower than that of the cells in the small intestine. Water starts to move out. Water starts to move out of the cell into the intestine. And the process is osmosis. Okay. And the sixth step, large quantities of water are lost from the body in watery phases. Is that clear? Imar and Aman?
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Blood contains two little chloride ions and water. All right. So this is it for pathogens and immunity chapter. Okay. Because I'm sure you guys learned the previous part with Miss Mehrish. Okay. Now I just wanted to show this to you guys. Mm, this and this. One second. Just a second. Okay. Now, mm, this is a part that you guys have covered with me. This is from the 2023 syllabus. Okay. So I just want you guys to look at it and then you guys can tell me if there's something you guys don't understand. This is only the part that you guys did with me. Okay. First one is active immunity that is gained after an infection or by vaccination that we did today. The process of vaccination that we did yesterday. Role of vaccination in controlling the spread, which is basically related to herd immunity. Explain that passive immunity is short term defense against a pathogen by the antibodies acquired from another individual. Importance of breastfeeding for the development of passive immunity in infants. Memory cells are not produced in passive immunity. This is very important. This is why it is short term. Describe cholera as a disease caused by the bacterium which is transmitted in contaminated water and the process how it works. Is that clear? Anything in this that you guys don't understand?
No, not
Im-
really. No.
No.
Okay. So can we do two or three MCQ questions before ending the class? Is that okay? Just the MCQ questions.
Um, okay.
Okay. Just a second. Um, okay, I'm gonna put it over here. Mm, sorry. Okay, right here. Can you guys quickly write the answers on your notebook before we discuss these two questions? Just the answer A, B, C, or D, whatever it is. Let me know when both of you are done. Done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Both of them?
Yeah, the first two.
Okay. Iman, what about you?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Now this one. Then I'll show the answers together. This and this, please. And that's it. Done?
Mm, yeah, I think.
Amar, can you send me the answers in the group? A picture of your answers?
I just wrote the letters. Do you want the letters?
Yeah, yeah. Only the letters. That's enough. Just
Okay.
want to see the answer. That's it.
Oh, I like.
Iman, you too. If you're done, just send me the picture in the group
That's good.
and then we can discuss. Did you guys send? Amar, next time in the group, please. Okay. Iman,
But I'm writing wrong. I don't like it.
okay. Amar, tell me where are you stuck? Your answers are not correct.
Me? Uh,
Amar,
Oh, sorry. I was muted.
tell me where are you stuck? Okay. Meanwhile, Iman, let's discuss first and then you can send me. Okay? Just keep your answers with you. Hmm.
okay.
Okay. Here, the first question says there are numerous ways in which a person can acquire antibodies giving immunity to a disease. Some of these are vaccination, infection, baby feeding on breast milk. Which of the options would give the person active immunity? Iman, what did you write for this?
I did C. It's C.
E?
C.
Okay. So first thing I want you guys to see. See, the answer is A. 1 and 2, because I told you guys a baby feeding on the breast milk is getting antibodies directly from the mother. They're getting the antibodies, so no memory cells are produced, so it is passive immunity, right? In the question we're only being asked for active immunity, but if I get the infection by the disease, my lymphocytes would be stimulated, so that is active immunity. If I'm getting vaccination with the weakened pathogen, again my lymphocytes are stimulated, right? Again, that is active immunity. So options would be 1 and 2. Do you both get it?
So there's no memory cells in a baby feeding on breast milk.
Yeah, yeah. The baby feeding on the breast milk is directly getting antibodies from the mother. When we're directly getting the antibodies, our lymphocytes are not stimulated. And until our lymphocytes don't get stimulated, memory cells will not be produced. Do you
Oh,
get that?
okay. Like the white blood cells?
1 second, wait, I'll show you. Where did we do it? Yeah, right here. See, I showed you here, babies getting passive immunity by breastfeeding. So when baby is getting breastfed, they're getting the antibodies from their mother. The mother is immune to that infection. She's passing on the antibodies to the baby. Okay? When they're passing the antibodies, if the pathogen comes, the antibodies will directly fight it off. But the baby's body did not produce any um, basically antibodies or memory cells. So that is passive immunity. Do you get it?
Yeah, okay.
If the baby got the infection, he made the lymphocytes, then it is active immunity. But directly giving the antibodies would be passive immunity. Okay?
Okay.
Hmm. Iman, you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this question. Which row in the table below correctly describes the attributes of passive immunity? See, read the question carefully. They have asked for passive
Oh,
immunity.
that was active for some reason.
See, when passive immunity, first tell me, passive immunity is long term or short term?
Short term.
Short term. So we are eliminating these two options. Okay. We're only going to look at C and D. These are the two possible ones. Now, antibodies are made, yes or
Yeah.
no?
I no, they're
N-
not made.
Just now I told you antibodies will not be made, right? It's passive immunity. So it could be this or this, and even both of these are correct. Involves production of
But
memory
you
cells.
said that in the baby's like breast milk, there are antibodies, and it's
Antibodies
also
are there, but they are passed from the mother to the baby. Is the baby making the antibodies? That's my
oh,
question.
okay. It's not made by the baby. Okay.
Yeah, you have to look at the person. Antibodies are not made by you. You're basically getting it, right? So that's why the answer should be no. Does it involve the production of memory cells? Just now I told you.
Passive. Nope.
No, because if the antibodies are not made, the lymphocytes are not stimulated, how can you make memory cells? You can't, right?
Yeah.
That is why the answer should be
See,
C. Iman, you get it?
Yeah.
I
Sure.
thought it was
Any?
asking for active, so I selected B.
Okay, no problem. But you should read the question carefully. Iman, you have any confusions in this question?
No. I sent you my answers.
Okay. You send me the answers. Okay. I will check. 1 second. Um, C A C B. Okay. When, okay, sorry. What happens when the person is vaccinated against measles? Iman, your answer is correct. Amar, Tell me. They are vaccinated. So what type of immunity is it? Vaccinating means putting the weakened pathogen. So the
It's
immune system is activated. It is
it is
what?
active.
Active. Okay. C or D. Remove A and B. Does it involve the production of memory
C.
cells?
Yes.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. The answer should be
C.
C. Iman, you have wrote the answer correct. So I assume you understand.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Now the last question. Passive and active immunity have which of the following features in common? Iman, I think your answer is correct. Yeah. Okay. Amar. Active and passive immunity. We have to look at the features which both of them have. Okay. First, it says they are both long term. Is it true?
No.
Is passive immunity long term?
No.
No. So we're going to
No.
remove this. They always involve the activity of memory cell. Do passive immunity involve the activity of memory cells?
N- no.
Nope. It's only for active. Long term is also for active. Memory cells also for active. Right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
involve antibodies. True?
Antibodies. Yeah. I think.
It's not saying whether it's made or no. It's just asking they involve antibody.
Okay.
So of course, yeah, they both do. It's not asking about whether it's made by the organism or not. Now, they can be acquired by vaccination. Vaccination will give us active or passive.
Ac- active. Yeah.
Vaccination will give us active, not passive. So again, that is wrong. So the answer should be
Three. Only three.
three only.
Yes. I know.
Understood?
Yes.
All four of these questions, any doubts you can still ask me. It's okay.
Um. No. Not really.
Iman, any confusion in any of these questions?
Can you explain the first one?
The first one, this one,
Uh, yeah,
this question? Okay.
yes.
So it says there are numerous ways in which a person can acquire antibodies giving the immunity to a disease. Some are vaccination, infection, and the breastfeeding. Okay. Now the question asks which of the option would give active immunity? Only active. Okay. Now, if you see vaccination, we are putting the weakened pathogen. Okay. Our lymphocytes are getting activated. So, as I told you before, this would be active or passive?
Um, active.
Active. Right. Second one, infection by the disease. I'm getting the disease, my lymphocytes are fighting it off, they are activated, even the memory cells are produced. So, active or passive?
Um, passive.
Active. A baby feeding on breast milk. In breast milk, they get antibodies from their mother, directly the antibodies. Their lymphocytes are not activated, they are not making any memory cells. So, active or passive?
Um, passive.
Passive. Why passive? Because we directly, you guys should remember, whenever we get the antibodies directly, it would be passive. Because our lymphocytes are not stimulated, no memory cells are being produced. Okay? So
Yeah.
now the question says, which option would give active immunity? So what should be the answer?
Mm, A.
A, 1 and 2 only. Do you get it now?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other question?
No.
Okay. So I hope you guys are clear with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share this PDF, the whole thing with you both. Okay. And I will send one more PDF, which is having 4 or 5 MCQ questions. So over the weekend, I want you guys to go through this PDF and then solve those questions, just MCQ questions, 5 of them. Okay. After you guys are done with solving, you guys can send me the answers in the group, not privately, send me in the group. Okay?
Oh,
Is that
okay.
clear? Both of
Yeah, it's clear. So
okay.